Good morning to you. Welcome to today's edition of Sports This Morning. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
And I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Of course, we're starting from the home front where Duke Udi, talking about the coach of Sunshine Stars, says he's going nowhere. He has been given a one-year extension in his contract at the club.
Yes, a lot of talks are going on about him leaving the Akure Gunners, but the club has put out a statement saying that the manager is going nowhere. All right, we'll move on the show this morning, and of course we'll go to the UEFA Champions League battle for supremacy across Europe tonight. Biggest one, Bayern Munich hoping to avenge the 3-0 loss to French moneybags Paris Saint-Germain tonight. One of the big games to watch out for. Of course, Chelsea will be squaring up against Atletico, another mouth-watering clash at Stamford Bridge.
That's one, talking about Bayern Munich and PSG. Now is anxious moment for Russian athletes. Today, the IOC will decide whether all the athletes will be taking part at the Winter Olympic Games in February.
Well, that's it. The Russians, you don't want to be in their shoes right now. The signs are not good.
No.
From WADA to IAAF, everywhere, to the number of athletes banned to 20-something. Signs are not good, Cecilia.
They're not looking good at all. And if you talk about international pressure, I'm not just talking about sports wide now. I'm talking about all the people that have been talking about the fact that, look, this is more like a test for IOC to see if they can really, you know, have the clout or have what it takes firmly, you know, decide to ban all the athletes. At Rio Olympics, it happened. Only the neutral athletes were allowed to compete. At the London Athletics Championship, you know, also only neutral athletes who had to pass through vigorous, you know, stages for them to be able to get a chance to compete. But right now, this is the Winter Games, and we know that most of these athletes that have been banned or suspended because of doping issues were from at the Sochi Winter Games. So right now in Pyongyang, so it's going to be a very tough moment for Russian athletes. And just at the weekend, you have the hockey team, you know, they posted videos of some of their young fans, the school students supporting them and saying, oh, you guys know, all the way to the Olympics, we're supporting you. We know that you'll come out tops and all that. Now, for these kids now, once they get to hear the story, at the end, I'm not preempting what IOC would do, but it's really not looking good for Russian athletes at all. If the decision doesn't go the way of the Russian athletes, that means so many people will be disappointed, starting from the President Vladimir Putin, who feels it's a
Western conspiracy against Russia. I don't know if he has his facts right, but that's my opinion. And who am I anyway? But, I mean, Russian athletes, you know, they've been kitted by a Russian. And, you know, like they did at the Olympics, they're ready. If the IOC says don't participate, they've shown us. They said Russia is big enough and Russia will compete against itself. But that's an anticlimax.
That's not competition.
If you ask me. So today, the sporting world awaits what the IOC will do. What is at stake is the 2018 Winter Olympics. Will the IOC allow Russia partake? Will the ban be continued? Will it be lifted? Will it be partial? I mean, we wait to see what's going to happen. But like I said, I still maintain the signs not good. WADA ruled them non-compliant. RUSADA, anything that comes out of RUSADA, nobody takes it serious. If RUSADA says this athlete is clean, UK anti-doping will say, let's do the testing first from our own, you know, so it's really sad, you know. But I would really be surprised if the IOC, you know, I'm going to be surprised. And that's going to be the news for today. If the IOC allows Russia to go to Pyeongchang without any form of restriction, without any...
I think there's going to be a lot of restriction because 60 months investigation headed by former president of Switzerland, talking about Samuel Schimid. I mean, this is how they were able to get all the findings together. And right now, they're brainstorming. This evening, that's when decision will be made. But when you checked what the Russians have been able to do over the years, the fact that, you know, some athletes still, you can't get access to some of their facilities to test some athletes and all that, that's also, you know, it's a big one you also need to look at. But I think what they did at Rio, maybe that's just what's going to happen at the Winter Games. But it's going to be a big blow to Russia, a powerhouse when it comes to sports. in the world, and also the fact that they hosted the World Cup next year. You know, when the athletes can compete at the Winter Games, I mean, it's going to cast a kind of a shadow at the tournament, because it's going to be very painful for those athletes who are clean, who've been training so hard, you know, for the past 4 years, preparing for the Winter Olympic Games. See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Where do we go? Cecilia?
Talking about Formula One Hall of Fame. I mean, it's been open in Paris, so you know some of the stars that will be there, right?
Yeah. Long overdue. Drivers, stars, past and present were there. Unfortunately, the one we will all have loved to see there, not there, Michael Schumacher.
Is still recovering.
This even makes us remember Michael Schumacher. It's a sad one. But Hall of Fame, I mean, long overdue, opened in Paris. I mean, a lot of things will be there. We already know some that will be inducted. It's only a matter of time. Some of the guys that are doing well now, surely we will have their names in there. I mean, Michael Schumacher's his agent was there, spoke about him, and some of the current drivers too were at the event. They spoke. I feel it's a long time coming. It's innovative, and we'll see across all the events under motorsports. You know, a lot of people say probably Formula One is the most popular, but here Formula One, we'll see what happens. But surely you know some of the names that will definitely be there in future.
Okay, that's the way it is. Okay, from F1, now move straight to where? Boxing.
Yeah.
Talking about Deontay Wilder.